right. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to our Día de Muertos programming. Once again, my name is Clara Diaz, and on behalf of El Museo del Barrio, it is my pleasure to introduce our next part of the program, a very special art making workshop with one of El Museo's most adored artist educator who will lead us in an interactive pop-up Ofrenda activity. Please help me welcome Carolina Malagamba, who is a Mexican teaching artist, passionate about museum education. She has lived in New York City for 4 years. Carolina works for and with different museums and cultural organizations, including El Museo del Barrio and the New York Historical Society. Carolina believes that the future is Latinx and that we need more and better representation throughout New York City and the US in general. Carolina is also a beloved educator in our monthly Coquille program. So maybe we will see some of our Coquille friends today. Welcome, Carolina.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Buenos días. Hola, Clara. How are you, Clara? How is everyone?
Buenos días, Carolina. I'm very good. You look so beautiful.
Thank you. I'm wearing a traditional Mexican costume. We call these ipil. And this one is from Yucatan.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us, Carolina. We are so honored to have you today. And please take it away. Tell us, what do we need? What are we going to be doing today? The floor is yours.
Amazing. I'm going to share a little presentation. Let me see. Patience. Okay, here it goes. Okay, before I share the presentation, I want to welcome everyone and thank you that you're here, and also thank you for El Museo del Barrio for having me. I love being part of this museum and its celebrations. I've been with El Museo for almost 2 years now, and I'm very proud of that. Bienvenidos a todos. El día de hoy es domingo. It's Sunday. We're still here. Thank you. Me da mucho gusto poder estar aquí con ustedes y representar mi cultura mexicana en un evento del Museo del Barrio. Yo llevo casi 2 años en el Museo del Barrio y me da mucho orgullo ser parte de este equipo. Okay, my friends. I'm going to share my presentation. Most of you don't have your camera on. That is totally fine by me, but if you have it on, it's easier for me to talk to you. Si quieren prender su cámara, es más fácil para mí comunicarme con ustedes. Also, just to explain what's going on, I will be leading the art making workshop, but my friend Clara will be on camera and will be on with us throughout the entire session. I won't be able, hi Ocampo family. I won't be able to check the chat or the bubbles, but if you raise your hand in your bubble because you have a question or you didn't understand something that I explained and you want me to explain again, you can do that. And my friend Clara will call on you and then we can figure it out together. Mi amiga Clara va a estar aquí hoy ayudándonos. Ella va a estar revisando el chat y nuestras burbujas. Si tenemos una pregunta, podemos alzar la mano y Clara nos va a dar chance de preguntar para que yo les vuelva a explicar. También, normalmente yo doy todas mis clases en español. Hoy la voy a dar en inglés. No obstante, si tenemos amigos que hablan español, Clara puede contestar las preguntas en el chat en español. Okay, are we ready? Let's see, if we're ready, let's touch our nose. Can we all touch your nose? Carmen, I see you. Ocampo family, I see you. Good job. Okay, let's begin. I'm going to share my screen. And let me see if you can see my screen. Let's see. Carmen, can you see my screen?
Now we can see your screen, Carolina.
Amazing. Okay, what did I do? I left presenter mode. Here we go. Okay, my friends, welcome to the Day of the Dead 2020, Día de Muertos 2020. We're here at a virtual museum event, part of El Museo en tu Casa by El Museo del Barrio. El Museo del Barrio is a very important and very, very fun museum in New York City. Its mission is to present and preserve Latin American culture in the United States. How do we do that? We do that through our extensive collection. The museum owns a lot of art and artifacts that help with this mission. We also have a lot of different exhibitions. We have bilingual programs. We have educational activities. We have festivities and special events. So today we're throwing together many of those. It's a special event. It's a festivity. It's an educational activity, and it's kind of a bilingual program, right? So a lot is going on always, and today our program is Day of the Dead specific, Día de Muertos. It's my favorite holiday. And before we get into the art making, I want to explain a little bit what it's about. Let's see, maybe some of our friends even know. Clara, can we maybe call on two friends who would like to share what they know about Día de Muertos?
Of course. Let's see, maybe Ocampo family can share with us a little bit about what they know about Day of the Dead celebrations and Dia de Muertos. Let me see if I can unmute you real quick. Perfecto.
Good morning,
Hola.
everyone.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for being here.
It's a beautiful event for all of us to learn and share with your culture. We appreciate it. What we know is that it's a beautiful day we always carry our loved ones that have passed in our hearts, but it's just an extra day that we could just really focus and celebrate them and honor them and share all our love and all our joy that we still that we have. That's what I think so far.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. That was the perfect description of what Dia de Muertos is. Dia de Muertos is a holiday that we celebrate, especially in Mexico, but not only in Mexico. It's also celebrated in many other countries, for example, Guatemala, Ecuador, Peru, and Brazil. It's celebrated a little bit different in all the places, even within Mexico. There's different traditions in different parts of the country, but overall, it is a holiday to remember and honor those who have passed. And that might sound a little bit sad, a little bit spooky, but it's actually a super, super happy holiday because we believe that in the night from the 1st to the 2nd of November, that there's magic all around, and this magic allows us to all be together again, the entire family, and have this huge, huge party, right? So therefore, it's a very happy holiday. Also, we do family members and our loved ones who have passed. But it's also a very important day to acknowledge for us that nothing is forever and that that's okay, right? For example, we have flowers. Flowers lose their smell, right? But we don't say, I'm never going to get flowers because I know that they're going to lose their smell. No, we get flowers and we enjoy them while they last. When we see a butterfly, we don't get sad because we say it's going to leave in 2 seconds. No, we see it and we're very happy about it. We enjoy candles, we enjoy all of those things. So it's a holiday in which we say, nothing is forever. However, we're very thankful for the moments that we have in which we can smell the flowers, we can admire a butterfly, and we can see and feel the warmth of a candle, right? So what we're saying is that there's beauty in life and in remembering and in honoring past life. Whoop. I forgot to show my slideshow, my friends. Okay, we did this. Okay, so here we see a few altares. Our next question is when, why, and how do we celebrate Day of the Dead? When we celebrate it in the night from November 1st to November 2nd. Why? Because we want to honor the people, our loved ones who have passed. And how? Well, that is my favorite part. We do many things in the celebration. We cook the favorite foods of our loved ones. We play music, we decorate with flowers, we throw huge parties. I mean, as Mexicans, we love any and all reasons to throw a party, but we throw a huge, huge party. And the most important element of this tradition is that we create an ofrenda, which is an altar where we put offerings for the people that we're honoring. So we put all their favorite things on it so that when in that magical night, they come and visit us, they know where to go, right? So if I put out a plate of mole, if my abuelita used to love mole, she's going to smell the mole and say, this is where I need to go, right? I love that too. I mean, I love food, so that is definitely part of my favorite element.
Definitely, okay. And especially mole is so good. I'm sure your abuelita would have been so happy following the smell and following the food, right?
So happy. Actually, fun fact, most people only know what we call mole poblano. It's a very sweet mole with chocolate, but in Mexico, there's tons of different types of mole. Mole is a sauce made out of different nuts and chiles. So for example, there's a green mole that is made out of pumpkin seeds because pumpkin seeds are green and we call that mole de pipián. There's different types of mole. Okay, so we can see that there's different ways of arranging the flowers and the candles, right? The photo on the left is a decoration of a grave. So people go and decorate the graveyard, which is it's pretty magical. You go at night and there's a lot of candles and flowers and it's very happy and it's not spooky at all. So the photo on the left is from a very famous graveyard in Mexico called Tzintzuntzan in Michoacán. Then on the right, we see our little ofrenda. And here we have a few other photos. So an ofrenda, as we said, we put all the different elements on it. A lot of times they have steps on them. They're always kind of elevated a little bit, and some, like the image we can see on the right side, have several steps, right? But at least there's going to be one step. So I'm going to show you, I know that my camera is a little bit small, my bubble, and you can't see it, okay? I'm going to show it really quick. I'll show it again in a second when I'm not sharing the presentation. Today we will be making a little pop-up altar with our little step here in the middle and putting our different elements on it. So I added different elements to my altar that we will go over today. So I added little plates of food. Let's see, do I have a pointer? I can never find the pointer. Here, is it this one? No, I don't know. I can't find a pointer. But here, is it this? Here, I can draw on it.
Yeah, I can
here. Perfect. Here we can see our little sugar skulls. We have our different foods. We have paper flowers. We have candles. We have papel picado, right? So if there's that interesting, you can throw it in the chat and say, I really, really want to learn how to make the little papel picado. And then we can go over that. I'm going to stop sharing my presentation if there's no questions so that we can start with the art making. What do you think? Are you ready for the art making?
I think that sounds great. Yeah, I see a lot of faces saying that we're ready. And again, if you have any questions, please raise your hand or write it in the chat, and I'll be on the lookout and make sure that Carolina answers your questions. But I think we're ready, right?
Ready? Amazing. So I asked everyone to bring a sheet of cardboard or maybe a box of cereal. A cereal box actually has a perfect format, and I think most of us have them. I used a box of tostadas because I love eating tostadas. So everything you have available is perfect. So do we all have a little cardboard that we are ready to use? The top of a pizza box, I see, that is perfect as well. So you cut it out in a rectangle. It doesn't matter really what format it is, as long as you have a rectangle. Then we want to start by folding it in the middle. A poster board, I see, very good. Okay, so we want to fold it in the middle. And then, I usually don't draw it out, but I did draw it out today so that it's easier to understand. We will make 2 cuts. So here is a fold, right? We fold it, and on the fold, we will make 2 cuts. So I'm going to demonstrate. Here is our fold, right? We fold it in the middle. We have 2 lines, 1, 2. And we will make 2 cuts on the side of the fold. That's super, super important. These cuts we're making on the side of the fold. So 2 cuts on the side of the fold. This is what it looks like. You can ask your adult to help you with the cutting. Let me know when you're done with this part. I think someone has a question. Ocampo family, I see you. Good job. Do we have a question?
Yes, we have a question. Let's unmute over here so you can tell us.
Is this how much you have to cut?
Let's see. Yes, more or less, but it's on the side of the fold. Is it on the fold?
So it has to be more on the corners.
Look, you fold it in the middle, you fold your cardboard in the middle, and then on the fold, this is where we're going to make the cuts.
So I have to cut this.
Can you repeat that, Carolina? Your question?
Did you fold your cardboard in the middle?
I'm using a poster board.
Can you find something that you can fold? Because we need to bend it. We need to fold it.
Okay.
Maybe like a cereal box or any type of, cardboard sheet that you may have. Alguna página incluso quizás podría funcionar, right?
If you don't have cardboard or anything stronger, you can do it on paper as well. That is perfectly fine. I have some paper ones over here as well. If you have paper, you can fold your paper and then you make 2 cuts. 1, 2. Okay, for everyone who finished this part, Carmen, are you done with your cuts? Yes? Amazing. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to open it. We're going to push through the part that we cut. and we're going to fold it the other way. We're going to close our little card again, like this. So in the end, it looks like this. We're pushing through the little part that we cut out. We're pushing it through, and then we're closing our card again. Amazing. Ocampo family, good job. Carmen, good job. And then it'll fold again. You push it through and then you just close your card. Let me see.
Beautiful. That looks really good.
Okay, we're having a few issues. Do we have issues?
Let's see.
The side with no print, we want that to be our little step. All right. Perfect. So now comes the fun part. I'm going to show.
Sorry to interrupt. We have another question. Let's see. Let me unmute here. Hi, love. Do you have another question? ¿Tienes otra pregunta?
Yeah. What was the second? Can you show me the first step and the second step? Because I want to go get some paper.
Of course. Carolina?
You fold the cardboard, you make two cuts. Open it, you push through what you cut out.
Okay. You're frozen.
Let's see. Carolina will probably be back very soon. Carolina, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was frozen.
You were frozen, but you're back. We hear you clearly now.
So
Perfect.
do I have to cut these two? Is this enough? Is this enough?
Yes, that's enough.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. Thank you.
Further questions, Clara can answer in the chat just for the sake of moving on. We're running out of time. So we have different elements that we want to use. So if we have this, also, just so you know, we're demonstrating how to make the different elements. We're not pretending to finish this whole art making activity in 20 minutes, but I'm showing you how to do it so that you can finish it at home, right? So what I did is that I put a little bit of orange paper in the middle. I put some flower tape on the edges, like so. This is washi tape. I love washi tape.
That flower tape is so beautiful.
Right? So you can put everything and anything that you have available. You can also just draw on it. That's perfect too, just to decorate. Then let's see. I think it would be nice to make the food. What do you think? Should we make one of the little plates? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what I like to do when I'm cutting out circles is that I take a little piece of a little tape roll
Oh, Carolina, we hear you a little bit with lag. Could you repeat that after you mentioned the tape roll? Can you say again what you were saying about the tape roll?
Yes. So what I do, my trick of cutting out a mostly perfect circle is that I take a little tape roll and I draw around it, right? So I take a roll and I draw around it or inside of it, and then we can cut that out. You can use anything that is round. So I've cut mine out. I have two little circles. I'm going to draw some food on my smaller circle. On my orange circle, I'm going to draw maybe, let's see, I'm going to draw blueberries. I don't know why. I don't even like blueberries.
They're cute and easy to draw.
They're easy to draw, absolutely. And maybe someone's abuelita really, really loved blueberries and she'd come back for them.
Exactly, for sure.
So I have my little food on my plate. So we could already put that on our ofrenda. But what I like to do is that I glue this circle. I use some glue. It's just regular glue. I glue this circle on my bigger circle. And then, okay, I glued one circle on the other circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decorate my plate.
Wonderful.
Because in Mexico, we have a lot of plates with decorations. Most of them, we call them calavera, and it's our fancy plates that we take out for a celebration.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
You very easily make a little calavera plate out of 2 different colored circles. And then
that is so cute.
Glue that on your little ofrenda. Once you colored in all the background and maybe you have something in a different color for your step, you can place your little plates on your ofrenda.
That's a good idea. So you can use 2 different colors to color the altar and also the little step. You can do it in different colors.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Definitely. Even if you don't have materials to glue on like this one, you can just color it in different colors with colored pencils. For example, if I want my floor to be green, I can just color that in. And then I already have a background. So you don't need that many materials to make this activity. Okay, let's see. What else do we want to learn? Maybe the sugar skulls. The sugar skulls are very, very important. So the sugar skulls are fairly easy to do as well. If you see, my sugar skulls, they don't have a perfect shape. They do look wonky, which is totally fine by me. So what I do is that I draw a big circle and then I draw a smaller circle on it, a big circle and a small circle. And then I just cut around the big one and the small one.
Mm-hmm.
That way we do the little, what do you, how do you say that?
I say quijada as well. I think it's the shin. The shin.
Perfect. So I have my big circle and my small circle. And then I cut them out like so. You don't have to be afraid of cutting out. And then we have a shape that looks like this. And then we can turn it around. Turn it around and we draw in the eyes, the nose, and a couple of teeth. Ta-da!
Beautiful, me encantan. I love sugar skulls.
So then, do you remember, Clara, what is so special about sugar skulls? Do they look like this? Spooky?
They're spooky, but they're cute spooky. They are not frightening. They are welcoming. And they're so colorful that you almost forget that it's a skull.
Absolutely. So they're very colorful, right? Mine doesn't have any color yet.
I have one here.
What we want to do is give it some color. So what we can do next is that we decorate our little sugar skull so that it's not spooky. So then we decorate it with different colors to make it very happy. And then we have our sugar skull.
Wonderful. That's so cute.
Another interesting fact about the sugar skulls is that the sugar skulls often have names, and we don't put the names of our past ones, but we put our own names. So my mom's Ofrenda, she puts out all the photos of our family and friends who have passed, and then she puts up all of our little calaveras. So every family member has a calavera. One says Carolina, one says Isabel, Luisa. We all have our little calavera. And that's a way of showing, okay, we're here and we welcome you and we want to have a party with you. And yes, we're alive. We still have cachetitos, but for one night, we're all the same.
I love that. And it's also a way for the ones who passed away to feel even more welcome, because then that for that night and for that day, we all are one, somos iguales. We look the same way. So that's very beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Carolina.
Definitely. So we have a few minutes left. I'm going to show two other elements that are very, very fun. I'm going to show the papel picado, and I make it out of Post-its. So I love using Post-its. I think they're very fun because they stick on things.
Right.
So we take the sticky part we're not going to use. So on the non-sticky part, we fold it in half. This is my sticky part. I don't know if it's visible. I'm going to mark it out so that you can understand where I'm cutting.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my sticky part. So what I do is that I fold it, and papel picado is very symmetrical, right? So it has holes on the same hole on both sides. So, and it also has some scalloped edges. For example, if I want to make my scalloped edge, I want to cut not on the sticky part, we omit the sticky part, but everywhere else, I cut it out. And then I have my scalloped edge.
Oh yeah.
And just like how we did the step on our pop-up altar, we want to make cuts on the fold, right? So if I make a few cuts on the fold, and then I open it, and ta-da! I have papel picado.
I love it.
And
Fast and easy. I love it.
absolutely. And then we just stick it on our altar, and that's how I made my little papel picado backdrop.
Oh, so that's when you use the sticky part, right?
Yes. So that's why we don't want to take off the sticky part, because we reuse it. As you can see, mine have a little bit different format. So I cut off a little bit of the bottom to make it shorter. There's also really cool, I found some round Post-its. So maybe we can do one, a round Post-it. So here we can see where the sticky part is. So it's probably easier if we fold the sticky part away so that we know not to cut there. Mm-hmm. And then same thing, we want to fold it in the middle. Also, you can fold it as many times as you want. If you fold this again, and then you make a cut. So here's my double fold, one fold, and then the second one. And I cut I make one cut, and then another one. And then we love our scalloped edges. And then I open it, and it has a little star.
Oh, that's so cute.
And stick it on here for my papel picado backdrop. And then where's my little food? Food. So we already have 1, 2, 3 elements of the altar. And then before we run out of time, I want to show one of my favorite elements, this flower. In the United States, they're called marigolds. In Mexico, we call them cempasúchil. And they're a big and important part of Día de Muertos. We lay them out. We believe that they're magical, that their petals are magical. So sometimes we lay out petals from our altar all the way to the door of our house so that all the spirits can come and know their way, and the petals, they light up the path. So a lot of times, I have to admit, I always work a lot. So sometimes when I'm in New York, the cempasúchils, they sell out a few days before Día de Muertos, and it gets impossible to get cempasúchil.
Oh, wow.
At the museum, we love to make them out of paper, right? And if you're a Goki friend, you know that in November, throughout October and November, I wear my little Goki cempasúchil crown.
Ay, that's so cute.
So the way we make this is that we take tissue paper and we staple many sheets together. So you can see that I used many different sheets, right? And this is tissue paper. So what we do, oh, now it's orange on orange. Let's see, here. What we do, and I love this because here again, perfection is not key. So you cut out something that is kind of flower shaped. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be precise when cutting out. I'm doing a terrible job in cutting out. That is perfectly fine. And then the very fun part, and this makes it an activity that is good for all ages. It's also very stress relieving. You take the little petals and you just crumble them up. You take a petal and you crumble them up. So basically what you want to do is crumbling up the entire flower. You crumble it haces una bolita, and then, ta-da, you have a flower.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I usually don't have tissue paper at home. I don't know about you, but I always have Post-its. So let me tell you that you can also do it with Post-its.
Oh, that's great.
Just a few sheets of Post-its. The exact same thing. You staple them together. You cut them out in something like a flower shape or a cloud. Or you can also just cut away the corners. And then you do the exact same thing. You crumble them up, and then they look like this.
Oh, wonderful.
So this is a Post-it version, and then this is the tissue paper version. I even think that they look very cute together. You can also do all the Post-it colors that you have and make different colors.
Great.
We have learned to create another element of our little altar. Okay, my friends. So we're forgetting the sugar skull. I've lost my sugar skull. We know how to make the sugar skull. Ah, here it is. We know how to make the sugar skull as well, right? Okay, my friends, so we do have a few minutes left. I want to open up the space for any questions. If you're not sure how to make a specific thing, or if you want me to walk you through it again, let me know. Also, I repeat, you can use everything and anything that you have at home. Here, for example, I'm probably going to put some straws on my iPad because I think they're very cute. So maybe you can make a little straw halo.
Oh.
So you can really...
You put them on the corners going outside, Carolina?
Yeah, you can make like a little halo like this.
Oh,
and our back
beautiful.
is silicone glue, because the little the washable glue, it's not that strong, but with silicone we can glue everything on it and it will never ever fall off. Also, if you have washi tape, I love using washi tape. Sometimes I don't have washi tape, but I steal my dad's duct tape. It always has like a cool color. You can use duct tape to decorate your art makings, like so. And I think that looks really cool because they have a very flashy color.
Exactly. It gives an accent for sure.
Definitely. You can also color them in. I made one example with only colored pencils. So if you don't have any materials laying around, or maybe you're not at home, you're visiting someone and there's not that much available, we can make the same art making activity just with one sheet of paper and a few colored pencils.
Wonderful. I love that idea too.
Right? So it's really very adaptable to whatever you can find at home. Okay, my friends, we're out of time. I hope you had a lot of fun. If you have any questions, you can send us an email. You can follow up with us. You can share your altares with us with the hashtag El Museo en tu Casa. You can share them on social media. And that is all from me. I wish you all a very happy Day of the Dead. Feliz Día de los Muertos. I hope you have a magical evening, and I hope you eat a lot of great food.
Thank you so much, Carolina. You have been so wonderful. I see all the faces of happiness, and you have so many beautiful responses on the chat. So please look to them afterwards, because people are saying very beautiful things about your workshop. So thank you so much, Carolina. This was so special. Feliz Día de Muertos para ti también. Make sure everybody that after this workshop, you follow El Museo's news